Lions fans, and welcome to episode 36 of Just Lying Around, Detroit Lions podcast, presented by the World of Football. I'm your host, Kyle Sutherland, and I'm joined by my co-host and brother-in-law, Adam Snow. Adam, the season is finally here, and I got a little something today, but did you happen to get the same thing I did? Let me show you real quick.
Well, I don't think so. So what did you get? Whoa.
Yeah, like that.
Dang, you spent money on those?
Yeah.
Right on. Good for you.
Can't wait to rip those in the Lions go to the Super Bowl. So
I mean, I can't wait to see you just wear them and kick them up on the table watching the game. So
yeah. But anyways, how you doing today?
I'm great. I'm got a busy weekend ahead of me. We've been packing up to go camping / music festival this weekend, and then of course we're gonna come home Sunday to watch a Lions-Rams game that I am very much excited for. The NFL season kicks off tomorrow. Well, Thursday night. That's our first night of camping, so it's gonna be a whirlwind weekend. I'm telling you that right now. I know you have to work, but don't worry. I'll have enough relaxation and beers for both of us.
Yeah. What are you going to? Is that still a thing, or?
It's called Wheatland. Maybe you've heard of it if you're from the state of Michigan. It is a fantastic folk music festival. Been around for over 50 years. It's awesome. And it's my trip every year. So looking forward to it.
All right.
So when you see me next time, also I will have different facial hair because we do facial hair for the festival. So I will have different facial hair the next time we talk, I'm sure.
You mean you're gonna finally cut that off?
Yep, it's gonna be mostly gone. Keyword mostly.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see that. So
I'm sure
let's
you
move
can.
on here. Today's show we're gonna go over the final 52. That's right, 52-man roster right now, and the practice squad. Talk a little bit of news, and then take a deep dive into the first game of the season. So,
I see. I can already tell right now you got the sniffles, Kyle.
yeah.
I know you're battling a little bit of a cold, so I will try to do the heavy lifting when I can and need to. You just got to let me know.
I will. So, real quick.
Just so you know, there's Lions guys that would play through a game with that type of illness. So just so you're aware, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I'm just saying, if a professional athlete for our beloved Detroit Lions can do it, you can get through a podcast. So
Yeah, well,
just take
first time I ever had a summer cold. So, what a ride!
Oh, I bet.
So let's talk about the final roster here. 52. We'll talk about why right now they have 52 later on here. So real quick, for wide receivers, they've only got 4 people right now: Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Isaiah Williams, and Cleve Raymond. Left our tackles: Taylor Decker, Dan Skipper, which finally made a roster without having to sign him later on. So, good for him. Giovanni Manu, and then Penei Sewell and Colby Storsdale. Guards, we got Graham Glasgow, Coyote Awasika. Let's say that 10 times. And Zeitler. Center, we have Frank Ragnow and Michael Nisi, I think. Tight ends, we got 3, Sam Laporta, Brock Wright, and Parker Hesse. And quarterbacks, we only have 2, which might be a shocker here: Jared Goff and Hendon Hooker. So no Sudfeld here. So I think some people are happy about that, and some people are kind of wondering what's going to happen there. So
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get to the practice squad, but I mean, the guy they ended up keeping, I'm happy with. Take a flyer on a guy that's got upside. Sudfeld, he's been around. He's a veteran known commodity. I'm sure if he doesn't get picked up by somebody, he's in Detroit's hip pocket just in case. So not totally worried about it. Sudfeld just didn't have that confidence factor for me. Like if he had to replace Jared Goff, like that I feel like comfortable letting him come in and win us some games. At least with Hendon Hooker, I'm not saying he's going to lead us to a bunch of wins, but he's young enough and he's got enough raw talent to where you got to see him play. If he's got to go in, he's at least got the ability with his feet, make some plays, and maybe gives you a little bit better of a shot, just with how mobile and just how athletic he is compared to a Sudfeld.
Yep. And plus, Jared Goff's been in the league long enough. Like, we don't need another guy that. I mean, Jared Goff can take care of himself. Plus, they have that quarterback coach too, who has been in the league for a while.
Yeah, Mark Brunell.
There.
He could suit up if we need him.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on, running backs real quick. David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Craig Reynolds, and Sione Vaki. And then for the defensive side, edge rushers, we have Marcus Davenport, Aiden Hutchinson, Josh Pascal, and surprised by this one, sort of, James Houston made the team. So good on him. Defensive tackles, we have Ali McNeil, DJ Reader, Levi Onzarike, and Makai Wingo. Linebackers, we have 7 on the team right now, which is, I think they kind of want to shoot for 6, but they got a couple people on this linebacker crew that they don't want to lose out again. So we got Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, and Derek Barnes are your starters. Malcolm Rodriguez and Jalen Reeves-Maben. Ben Neiman and a guy returning from last year. I think they cut him. He went to the Cardinals, which I think they were hoping to sign him to the practice squad, but he got offered starting position on the Cardinals. So, and that would be Trevor Nowatzki. So they got him back. And then cornerback room, we have 6: Carlton Davis, Terriana Arnold, N.S. Rakestraw Jr., Amik Robertson, Cleo Dorsey, and Kendall Vildor. And safeties, Brian Branch, Iffy Melifanu, Kirby Joseph, Brandon Joseph, and Lauren Strickland. And if you want to talk about the special teams there.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about some special teams. Of course, the man with the golden foot, Jake Bates, made the roster. Jack Fox is your starting punter and holder. Then long snapper is going to be Hogan Hatton. Then your punt returner right now is going to be Khalif Raymond. And your kick returner is listed as Craig Reynolds. So I'm sure they're going to go back and forth between those couple of guys to take care and share those duties, depending on the situation. So I'm all good with that. With the special teams unit, we got a great kicker who's still got a lot, he's still got a lot to learn, and I'm sure he's got to be put in some situations that, you can only get in real games. But, and of course, Jack Fox, one of the best punters in the NFL, that was a no-brainer. So, do you want to move on to the practice squad?
Yep.
I got a couple of guys here that they signed that I'm looking forward to them elevating to the starting roster at some point. Like they got Tim Patrick from the Broncos, and they got Allen Robinson the second from the Giants. Very excited to get those couple of guys moved up to the starting roster. I'm not sure, are they scheduled to get up to the roster for week 1, or what do you know what the plan is?
So it depends on DJ Reader. If he can play this Sunday, then I think they're gonna sign or move one of these guys up.
Okay.
If DJ Reader can't, then they're probably gonna sign or elevate Kyle Pico, defensive lineman. Okay. So it just depends.
Okay, and some of the other notable names that made the Lions practice squad here: outside linebacker Mitchell Agude, and if I say any of these names wrong, forgive me. Center Kingsley Egwakun. Then wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones, quarterback Jake Fromm, running back Jamar Jefferson, tackle Jamarco Jones, wide receiver Tom Kennedy, tight end James Mitchell, safety CJ Moore, defensive lineman Pat O'Connor, defensive lineman Kyle Pecco. Then you got defensive lineman Chris Smith, defensive lineman Isaac Ukwu. That was the guy a lot of us were looking for. Ukwu. Guy we were looking forward to getting on the roster. And tight end Shane Zylstra are your practice squad guys. So I feel good. I like having Jake Fromm. He's that guy. I love having him on that practice squad. Take a flyer on him. I thought what little we saw of him in the preseason made me go, hey, I like what I see. I'd like to see more out of this guy and see if you can't develop him. I mean, doesn't hurt. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah, well, that tight end room too. A
That's
couple
a
names
hefty
here:
tight end
James
room.
Mitchell and Shane Zylstra. I kind of found it interesting they cut those two and kept Parker Hesse. So
Yeah, that was an interesting move. That was probably the biggest shock to me. Um, was them keeping him. I thought Zilster would be the third tight end, but uh, I don't know what the thought process is there, but I trust Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. So Detroit versus everybody.
yeah. So moving on here, real quick, Lions news. I don't know about you, Adam, but eating good in the neighborhood, Applebee's,
Oh yeah,
and surfing the
iconic
internet.
American restaurant establishment. Yes, I am familiar. We've had many of your birthdays there. If I do
I
recall, I
don't
mean,
think
you're
it
a
was
big.
mine.
Yep, it was your birthday. It's okay. Applebee's is also where I found out you got engaged to my sister. Applebee's holds a special place in the hearts of these Lions fans. And thanks to what you're about to talk about, I mean, Applebee's is definitely going to be endured more to our hearts for what they've been doing lately. Why don't you tell us what happened?
Yeah, so they've released a bunch of commercials here, and the first one came out with Dan Campbell as a waitress. He did his little
He's a waiter.
um,
There's a difference.
what's that?
It said that he's a
Yeah, waiter.
waiter, not a
Okay.
waitress. Come on, Kyle. I know
But
you're
anyways, he
sick,
did
but
his
good lord.
commercial. It was pretty good. And then they released another one where he did a voiceover. So yeah, if you can go to YouTube, check those out. Those are pretty funny.
I hope
And
there's
then
more. There's got to be more.
oh yeah,
Don't worry, Kyle.
sorry.
You'll get through this show. I promise.
Yeah. Also, amon-ra St. Brown did a TV commercial with George Kittle for Little Caesars. So that's another one. It's kind of interesting seeing these both are finally seeing Detroit Lions players, coaches on national TV for commercials.
Right.
I know we've seen the Chiefs coach or quarterback on commercials, so it's kind of cool seeing Lions finally showing up doing that stuff.
Oh, for sure. And Amon-Ra, he had. I haven't seen the George Kittle one yet, but he's got the one where it's him and the mascot for Little Caesars, and they're like him catching him from the jug machine. That one's a cute commercial. Apparently, Jared Goff is going to be in an Old Spice commercial. I don't know if that's out there yet or not, but Jared Goff's going to be in an Old Spice commercial. So, yeah, Lions getting out there now. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Yep, they're talking of talent, especially like sports media out there, all the talk shows talking about the Lions winning the Super Bowl. So
Right. Have you seen the parody of the Pure Michigan commercials? I
yeah, I
shared
finally
that.
saw that today.
That was great. Oh man, if you haven't seen the fake Pure Michigan commercial about the Lions, go find that. It's pretty funny. I love those fake Pure Michigan commercials.
Yep. So yeah. So let's move on. Big game Sunday. Lions versus Rams.
Right there.
Kelly Stafford excluded. She doesn't want to go. I guess she got hurt last time. So
I
one
don't blame her. Some fans were. I don't know. A couple of fans were kind of mean to her. I don't know. I don't blame her for not going. And Matt's got a long season ahead. She already dealt with the Detroit stuff. It's fine. That's just room for another Lions fan to go to the game and one less Kelly Stafford and the kids. It's fine.
yeah. So I don't know. It is what it is. Like your fans, you don't need to be booing people like that,
Yeah, if it's true
especially
that
if it
people
was
were
to
booing,
her kids. But
right, and I don't know how much of that was true or not. I know she backtracked a few things she'd said that happened, but whatever. It's in the past. It is what it is. Lions got the win. That's all I care about. But now we're focused on this upcoming game, and there's a lot to talk about here because Obviously Matt Stafford and that Rams team is not the same team we saw in the playoffs. They are going to be down some guys. I mean, Aaron Donald retired, so he's not going to be part of that defense. But this is still going to be a good Rams team, and it should be a fun matchup.
Yep. So yeah, this Sunday, September 8th, 8:20 p.m. on NBC. For the Rams offensive side, they're going to be without two starters on that offensive line, which is pretty dang big with what people are saying about our defensive side on our line there with Aiden Hutchinson, DJ Reader, possibly playing with Lee McNeil and Marcus Davenport, which a lot of people are saying like if he's out there, like watch out, like holy cow.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah, they're gonna be.
my big question is going to be though. Sorry to interrupt you, but my big question here with those two guys out for that offensive line for the Rams, I'm going to have to ask Mike Tirico because I assume he's going to be, commentating for the game. Is there going to be an asterisk next to this game too, because the Rams were without a couple of their starting linemen? I'm just
Well,
just
yeah,
gotta
though
I just gotta ask the question, Mike Tirico. Is there going to be an asterisk next to this one too because they didn't have their offensive linemen? Just asking the question.
I think if the Lions score like 1,000 points, they'll say, well, it's an asterisk because Aaron Donald wasn't on the team, so and they got rid of their linebacker Ernest Jones, so we'll have to put an asterisk on that one.
Look, I mean, we should look while I poke fun a little bit. Look, there's still some stuff to be scared about with this Rams team. Yeah, they could be down a couple offensive linemen, but when they still got a couple of great receivers in Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, you know, that's going to be a test for our secondary. A young secondary that, while on paper is vastly improved, is still, I'd say, unproven. And this is going to be the matchup to set a tone. Yeah, there's going to be some growing pains probably. I don't expect them to hold them to 0 yards receiving, but can you prevent the big plays? Can you prevent like that Puka Nacua touchdown we had during that playoff game where he just kind of got open and scored a big long touchdown? Can we prevent that? Because Matt Stafford's going to take some shots. Matt Stafford's going to be risky with a few throws, and can our guys capitalize on some risky Matt Stafford throws? Because he'll put up a ball that only the receiver can get, and sometimes it'll be a 50-50 ball, and we just got to be able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Terrion Arnold's probably going to go against Puka Nacua, and they'll have Carlton Davis against Cooper Kupp. So it'll be interesting. But like people like Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, if these corners can lock them down, and you got Brian Branch, I think he's going to play closer to the line. Kirby Joseph is going to be like a free safety, a free roaming safety out there. So
Yeah,
we'll see. I know Kirby Joseph's saying he wants a lot of interceptions, so let's see if he can get one this week against the Rams here.
yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm very interested. This should be a fun matchup. I'm telling you. Like I said, I know Matt Stafford. He is not going to hesitate to throw that ball deep. We're going to have to be on our toes for it. So
yeah. On the Lions side, it sounds like everyone that was hurt during training camp, Dan Campbell said that they should be good to go. They're kind of iffy on Melifonwu.
I see what you
He's
did
dealing
there.
with Achilles or a hamstring right now. Not a tear or anything. It's just taking a little time to heal. And Lauren Strickland, they're both safeties, so that leaves Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, and Brandon Joseph as their only safeties for this game. So hopefully none of those guys get hurt. So yeah. Besides that, everyone sounds like healthy. Jahmyr Gibbs, they were asking him. He's good to go. He's like 95 to 100%. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very curious about how those guys are going to play. So
Yep. And then the big guy up front, everyone's talking about. DJ Reader finally showed up for practice after recovery. They were pleasantly surprised about what he did for practice. They said he might be able to go. If he does play, it'll probably be a very limited role out there. They don't want to push him too hard. So yeah, if we see him out there on that front four with the other guys, I think um, Lions or the fans' heads are gonna turn.
I think we're going to be in for a treat if he gets out there, even for a few. I mean, to draw enough attention to open up enough to let like a Hutchinson or some of those other guys get some penetration. He's going to draw some attention. DJ Reader's going to draw some attention. So I'm
Oh
looking
yeah,
forward to the possibility of him getting out there.
yep. And then last thing I got here, um, it'd be kind of interesting to see JMO go off because I know a
Yeah.
lot of reports are out there. JMO looking excellent in practice. Him and Jared Goff chemistry's finally clicking. We're expecting to see JMO like he was in his last year of college football, where I think he led college football in like receiving yards or something, where he went off.
He was a heck of a
But
deep threat.
yeah, but him and then other things I want to see hopefully happens is um, there's a lot of talk of Jameer Gibbs playing more of like a receiver role, going out wide. If that does happen, are we going to see um, Sione Vaki out in the backfield or maybe David Montgomery in the backfield? Because I know Sione Vaki's really good catching balls out of the backfield.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, they got a lot they could do there. I'm looking forward to it. JMO's been predicted, yeah, by a lot of outlets, by a lot of fans. This could be his breakout year. We'll see. I just would like to see him used more frequently. That would just be a step in the right direction for me. First off, I don't know what your definition of a breakout would be. Does he just have to have like? Are you expecting him to have 1,000-yard receiving season? Look, I'd be happy if he had 700-800 yards and maybe use him as like when he does those end arounds, like he did in the NFC Championship game, stuff like that. Use him a multitude of ways. So I'm just looking for him to be a more consistent part of the offense, a solid number two to Amon-Ra St. Brown or a 1A, depending on how you want to use him as a deep threat or as a short yardage or screen pass type of guy who you can dink and dunk to, and he's going to get the yak. Like back when we used to have Golden Tate, and Golden Tate was the yak
Oh
king.
yeah,
So they've got so many great weapons that can be used so many different ways that's why I think the potential for this Lions team in particular is so great. There's so much they could do, and I don't know what the plan is. I mean, I'm sure the Lions know what they want to do with it. There's what us fans and people in the media think that they should do with it, but or what they could do. There's a lot. It's just so versatile.
yeah. Like they got two great tight ends, two great running backs, three great wide receivers. Like Ben Johnson is just in heaven right now with the team he's got on offense. They're all
He should
weird,
not be short on
different
like
kind of
a special play every week. Like
yeah.
everything in the kitchen sink type play every single week. There should at least be one or two of those bad boys locked and loaded in the chamber. So we'll see what magic he's got this year, and if the magic keeps going, that's the other question. And I was going to ask you, what's your over under on what week? Because like every year, I feel like we get on a defensive coordinator, Aaron Glenn, and even the offensive coordinator. There's always that one game, but by the time we get there, we're like, nope, they got to just move on. I'm one of those fans that probably by week 7, I'll be sick of Aaron Glenn's defense giving me heart attacks every week. What do you think? What week do you think you're going to get to before you say got to get Aaron Glenn out of there?
Um, for Aaron Glenn, I think it just depends on like how quick that cornerback room can gel because they
Yeah,
haven't played together, so they're all new. I mean, the first 3 games are going to be a real test for them with all the wide receivers they're going to have to face against. So
that's true.
I want to say after the bye, that second game after the bye, if things aren't clicking yet and they're just getting blown out, then yeah, it's just it ain't working. So
Yeah, because I don't really think Dan Campbell and them would just get rid of a coach mid-season like that. Like at least not a coordinator. I don't think. I don't think they're that type of organization now. Uh, Secondary coach, obviously, like when they let go of that secondary coach in the middle of the season, that was one thing. But I don't know. I really want this to work out with Aaron Glenn. I want that defense to be as good as we keep thinking. He's had 3 years to get the guys he needs and wants. This better be the year. Otherwise, I got to be done with Aaron Glenn as our defensive coordinator. I'm going to say that going before and into the season. And Ben Johnson, while we all loved him and we're glad he came back, there are definitely still times where I thought Ben Johnson got too cute, and you just got to stick to just run the ball. Simple stuff. We got too cute with it. I would like to see less getting cute. I'd like to see less third quarter, as we called it last year. I would like to see them actually come out of a half if they have a lead and keep the lead for a change. And so there's a lot for this team I want. So we'll see if we get it. And it's gonna be a long season, but I'm very excited.
yeah, we'll see. I think with Aaron Glenn's, he finally got his people he wanted. Like I wouldn't be too worried. Like it's got to take like a massive, like a lot of people getting hurt for things to come off the rail. So, um,
Yeah.
offensive too. He's finally got Jahmyr Gibbs second year, so he's not a veteran yet, but he knows the playbook. He ain't got to worry about um, all the pre-draft crap they got to do. So,
Right.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see any problems with those guys. I mean, if the Lions do go to the Super Bowl, expect Aaron Glenn and Johnson to both get a coaching job.
Shoot, I think the Lions make it to the playoffs. These two guys are going to be head coaching candidates again this year. We'll see.
Oh yeah,
I think it's just waiting to happen at this point.
yep. Which, if that does happen, they got a lot of people down the pipeline. It might take a little turn, but I wouldn't freak out or whatever.
Well, we'll see. I'm going to hold you to that. You'll freak out. I guarantee it. I know you. You'll
Just
freak
like
out
I did with the
about
Michigan.
Michigan. Yep. Kyle threatened to quit being a Michigan fan after just beating Fresno State, guys. This is wild. Can't make
Yeah, I
this
tell
up.
you what, this
He
Saturday
said he said he'd
against
be an Ohio
Texas.
State fan if they keep playing like this.
Yeah,
Man,
I don't recall saying that.
I got it's right up here. Said to my face.
Okay.
I can't imagine you in what's the color? Scarlet red. I can't imagine you in that color. Ugh.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. So yeah, this Sunday, Lions versus Rams, Sunday Night Football. Make sure to watch it. Um, I'll probably. I mean, if the game's good, I'm gonna stay up and watch it. But I'll probably have to watch the second half in the morning.
I'm gonna stay up late and watch this game. I don't care. I'll come into work on time with 3 hours of sleep, running off of a Lions win high. I'll be that ready, baby.
Well, good luck. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and I'll talk to you that
Eh,
Monday, and we'll record another podcast about that.
yeah. And you look like it. You'll look like a zombie.
Yeah, you're probably right.
All right. Anything else you
All
want to
right.
add to this game?
Other than the fact that they're supposedly might be wearing their Motor City black uniforms. That's been the rumor going around that the Lions are going to break those out for the game. Haven't seen it officially yet. They kind of been hinting at it and teasing it, so I'm wondering if that's where we're going.
I think
So
they might hold out till the third game
we'll
or
see. That
Calvin
Monday night
Johnson
game.
induction. They're gonna
Yeah,
hold out to that.
I don't know. We'll see. They said this week at some point later in the week they're supposed to announce their whole uniform schedule. I think. So keep an eye out for that, everybody.
All right.
All right.
So yeah,
All right.
and
Are
let's
we?
close it out.
All right. You want me to read the thing?
Yep.
All right, I'll read the thing. All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed listening to today's episodes, despite Kyle sounding like a chain smoker. And we hope you come back for more. Be sure to visit the World of Football's website, www.theworldoffootball.com, for news, links, upcoming events, original articles, videos, and more. If you want to get in touch, send us an email at info@theworldoffootball.com, or you can connect with us by liking us on Facebook, X, or Instagram. All those are at TWOF Kalamazoo. Links again down in the description below. Be sure to check our flagship podcast, This Week in the World of Football, wherever you find your good podcast. It's also on the YouTube channel here, so go give that a listen. We drop that every Tuesday. That's me and Dad talking all things in the world of football. And yeah, guys, we also got merch down in the links below. I mean, just the hat and a mug right now, but more to come after probably my weekend getaway. I'll be working on getting some more merch up. So, yep, and then we'll have another podcast up next Monday probably. We'll
Yep.
talk about the game. So,
all right, sounds good. All right, that's it for us this week. Again, we'll have another show Monday after the game. Hopefully, talking about a Lions victory. Hopefully, a massive blowout. So,
you got a score prediction?
I know the Lions are probably going to be in the 30 range. I think, I don't know, 21 to 30 something.
I was going to say my score is going to be 34 to 20 is my final score.
Okay. Yeah,
Lions win.
there. So, yeah, be on the lookout for the video Monday. And thanks for watching.
Bye, guys. Go Lions.
Yep.